I could, check in on them, watching every game, supporting them. So yeah, I talked to them, but not as much as I wanted to.
Were you on campus for a month last year, or how long were you?
Till about the end of summer workouts, so about 2.5 to 3 months, and then I had to return home.
And then you did take courses online to stay eligible? Or
yes. I took courses from home in Detroit. Finished the year strong academically, so I took courses from home.
You went to Arizona at one point, right? That your dad goes to just to stay in basketball shape?
Yeah. I went out there and worked with one of my trainers back home. We were out there for about a week and a half, just working out, staying in shape. So it was a good experience.
When you got here in June, just a few months ago,
yep.
How far to go did you feel like you had? Like, did you feel the speed is different, or I got a ways to go?
I got a taste of it when I first got here, and then ultimately I had to leave. But definitely, the speed of the game is just different. You got to be fundamentally sound. Things that you could do in high school, you can't do on this level. And but everything is just a learning period. So like I said, I'm just taking it day by day and just learning.
Was there ever a point, did you always know you were going to come back, or was there ever a point where you thought, I may not make it back here?
No. Coming back to UW was always first and foremost goal. I didn't know how long it would take, but eventually I knew I would end up be back here in UW.
When did you kind of realize you were ready?
I knew I was ready when things back home just settled out. Everything just kind of just shaped all together for the good, and I was, I'm like, well, it's time now. It's time for me to, return to UW. So everything just kind of like fell into place.
How much progress do you feel like you've made in the last few months to get into game shape, even to have this week of practices, to get to the level where you were at, like when they recruited you?
Yeah. When I was at home, I really never stopped working out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a huge part of my recovery and ultimately being able to come back here. But just this whole preseason was really good for everybody, including me. We were able to run Bascom Hill. We weren't able to do that last year, or the guys weren't able to do that last year. So that really got us in really tip-top shape. We're doing conditioning in practice. We're in the weight room. So I think everything is just coming full circle, and I think we're all going to be really prepared.
Is it realistic in your mind that you can get into the rotation this year in your first year back in the program? Because there's not like an established guy who's been here for 3 years.
Right.
What are your expectations for yourself?
Obviously, that's the number one goal is to play. But ultimately, for me, it's just doing what the team needs. So that's offense, defense. If I'm on the bench, cheering on guys, just being an overall good team guy. And if I get in, just perform. And if I don't, then that's fine with me. So just whatever the team needs, really.
Can you describe what you think you do well as a point guard for fans here who maybe still haven't seen you play or haven't watched you play in a while?
I think my ability to score the ball as well as find open guys at the same time at a high level is one of my strong suits in my game. I think I really have a knack for getting to the mid-range, floaters, pull-up jump shots, and then ultimately knocking down the three ball from deep. Ultimately, driving and finding guys is what I really, really pride my game on.
What about Chucky in his game, Chucky Hepburn?
Yeah.
What stands out about him, the things he's been able to do coming in here as a true freshman?
Oh, man, Chucky's unbelievable. He has a nose for the ball. Just on defense, he's really, gets up and pressures you. In practice, he's made me uncomfortable sometimes. The amount of pressure he applies to the ball handling is really good, making guys uncomfortable. And then he's able to, get in the lane, make plays for others, knock down shots. So practicing with him has really made me elevate my game. And, so it's been really good. So basically every day, me and my trainer, I would meet with him and normally get a workout in for an hour and a half. That was, on the court, or we would do off the court stuff, just running hills or football fields and just trying to stay in game shape as much as I possibly could. Obviously being here, the training regimen is a little bit more intense, but at home I tried to implement what I learned here before I had to return and put it all together.
What's the name of your trainer?
Marcus Stout. He is currently an assistant with the Motor City Cruise. So just working with him, that's my guy. Just being able to work with him, learn from him. You know, he's done pre-draft with NBA guys. He's really been able to coach at that level and train at that level. So just working with him is really good.
Did you watch the games last year? How tough was it just kind of seeing?
Oh yeah, I watched as many games as I could. It really wasn't tough because I was in a position where I was just put myself to the side and support. You know what I'm saying? Something bigger than myself. Obviously, I was going to do something, but I didn't want the guys to have to worry about what I was doing. I wanted them to focus on winning games and really honing in on that. But it wasn't that tough at all. Obviously, I was dealing with some stuff back home, but just being able to support them from a distance, shoot them a text to encourage them, encourage all the guys. It was really good.
In your mind, does it feel like you played in an actual basketball game?
It's been a while. It's been a while. Coach Guard, in the summer we had summer workouts. When he got back, he told me the exact how many months it's been.
Okay.
But I can't remember what he said off the top of my head. But it's been a while since I actually played in an actual basketball game. But just being back, like I said, like playing in an actual game, wasn't even in the forefront of my mind. Just being back here, being around the guys, that was the biggest thing for me. And, go ahead.
What was that like? Because Chucky was saying when you guys touched down in June, what was that like to come back?
It was just, really refreshing. I definitely missed Madison. Just the people, the campus, it's just beautiful. Just everything about here just speaks greatness. They've produced great players in the past, and just being around the guys and a part of this culture has been really good for me. So I was excited to come back.